As countries in the Arabian Gulf race to modernize and expand, now more than ever, they're seeking to attract the best talents there are in the world. What does the capital of the United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi, offer both potential investors and job seekers? Which are the most promising sectors in the emirate? And how are the players in these sectors coping with the fast-paced changes in the city? Join Asia Business Channel as we explore this city of promises and take a closer look at what it has to offer. Abu Dhabi is both the political and business capital of the United Arab Emirates. It has a per capita GDP that is higher than that of several European countries and is well on its way to becoming a state-of-the-art metropolis. As the largest, the richest, and most heavily populated emirate, Abu Dhabi accounts for over 60% of the country's GDP, with enough oil reserves to last another century. As one of its leaders highlights, the city already has a strong vision.
A very transparent regularity, this is a very important thing. Sustainable and strong international and domestic security. Advance in healthcare and education sector. Also preserve the heritage and the culture of Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is the place to do business in the region. It has a strong entrepreneurial culture and is the wealthiest of all the Emirates. Almost everywhere in Abu Dhabi, there is evidence of development and change. Buildings that are deemed not up to the standards of this rising metropolis are torn down to make way for newer and higher structures. But does this fast pace of development mean that the city's natural environment is being overlooked?
The intention of the leadership and their commitment to build this country to be a model, that has been taken care of within our strategy. So all the policies, legislations and planning will be aimed at maintaining this balance.
The government of Abu Dhabi has come up with a long-term plan for the city, the Urban Structure Framework Plan, also known as Plan Abu Dhabi 2030. It outlines a way to take advantage of the economic opportunities at hand without sacrificing the character of the city. Opportunities for growth and new elements that will help to make it a metropolis are also highlighted.
Through the implementing of a long-term strategy, which is a 20-year strategy, the government of Abu Dhabi has a 20-year strategy now. And all the departments and different government entities, they created a 5 years strategy. Also, the restructuring of the government of Abu Dhabi. This is also very important to gear up with these changes.
The incentives to invest in Abu Dhabi are plenty. Apart from a tax-free environment and physical security, the rate of return available in the city is one of the highest in the region. The government is also keen to make investors feel very welcome.
We are developing in the federal level some laws that will provide some relaxation to the investors. These laws basically companies law, and other laws will be coming up, either amendment of laws or new laws that will ensure the investors some sort of confident and some sort of support they look at.
With its stable economy, open markets, and sound regulatory framework, Abu Dhabi offers many concrete investment opportunities.
يا ترى يا ترى يا ترى بعد البعاد بعد البعاد ليل يا لالا يا لالي يا لالا يا لالا يا لالا لالي يا لالا لالي هل بالوصل يحبني يا ليل يا ليل يا لا 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 لو يزور يا لا لا يا لا 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 يا لا 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 بعد التمام يا لا 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 لا
I'm totally surprised. This is absolutely fantastic.
Abu Dhabi is a very open city, a very calm city. It's nice for the people to come in here.
In Abu Dhabi, we like the people. I mean, the people are very sensitive.
They're very desiring to know more.
I think they're really making a huge effort, especially with the Louvre and Guggenheim coming in and the cultural center. I think this is going to be a place to watch for the next few years.
What they try to do is become a sort of capital and try to find its own way through culture.
This region could pretty much become a cultural capital in time to come.
I think it's brilliant. Whatever you wish for is here.
It will be a great success. The world will come here.
In today's fast and ever-growing construction sector, Tiger Group has emerged as a leading contender in the Middle East and South Asia, celebrating 40 years of excellence. The group has successfully diversified to form 5 core companies. Tiger Steel Engineering offers expert solutions in design, manufacture, and installation of complex steel structures for oil and gas and infrastructure projects. Tiger Profiles and Insulation is a market leader in roof and wall cladding and insulated panels. Al Namir Steel is one of the largest stockists of steel products in the Middle East. Al Namir Civil is one of the top civil contracting companies in the UAE. Tiger Steel Industries is the manufacturer of quality electrical tubes for the construction industry. Tiger's strong commitment to growth and its pioneering approach to new areas and ideas has earned the group a most enviable reputation built in steel. Tiger Group.
Power generation and water desalination. That's the remit at Arabian Power Company. Our customers and stakeholders know they can rely on these key services from us. We own and operate the Al Na Power and Desalination Project, the 4th and currently largest independent water power project in Abu Dhabi. Our partners and shareholders are drawn from all over the world, including Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Arabian Power Company, powering our way forward in Abu Dhabi. The UAE plays a key role in global affairs, holding nearly 10% of the world's proven oil reserves and the 4th largest natural gas reserves in the world. Under the UAE's constitution, each emirate controls its own oil production and development. Abu Dhabi is the largest oil producer in the UAE, controlling 85% of the Federation's total oil output and 90% of crude reserves. The emirate handles all its production through joint ventures with international partners. Oil companies from Japan, France, the UK, and others own up to 40% of the energy sector in Abu Dhabi.
We have a lot of Asian company as a partner or as a supplier. For each project, what we do when we announce a project, we go and we do a roadshow for the company.
Arabian Power Company has a very large international exposure. If I start with the shareholders in the company, our primary shareholder is Adweer, the Abu Dhabi Water and Electricity Authority, based here in the Middle East. In addition to them, we have International Power of the UK and Tokyo Electric Power Company and Mitsui of Japan. So we have a broad base of shareholders in the project from across the globe.
The energy sector in Abu Dhabi has undergone a successful privatization program. The Director of Privatization at the Abu Dhabi Water and Electricity Authority tells us more.
From the beginning, we manage transparency process well and define agreement that we give to the bidder. And also we use like win-win scenario. The government, they are their partner. And we have really long-term power and water purchase agreement.
We've had a very positive experience with Adweer and the privatisation. Our particular company was involved in both the privatisation of existing assets and the construction of new assets. So there was a two-part programme to that privatisation process. Adweer have been extremely open and supportive in terms of the development of the privatisation for Arabian Power Company.
Potential investors can look forward to more such successful partnerships in the sector.
My Abu Dhabi. A personal look at what makes Abu Dhabi special to the people that live there.
My Abu Dhabi is all about photography. I love going out and photographing the Abu Dhabi skyline, but unfortunately for 6 months of the year I don't have a chance to go outside because it's really too hot. So I do a lot of indoor work in my studio. I do a lot of still life and portraiture. I love to do portraits, especially of children, and being a teacher, I can bring that experience into the portrait session and make it fun and get the balance right between being creative with the children but also being patient and persevering to get really nice shots. That's given me the opportunity to meet lots of different nationalities within the expat community, and I really enjoy that because I wouldn't have the chance otherwise. And that's my Abu Dhabi.
Dining out is one of the best ways to get to know a city. After many samplings, here is Asia Business Channel's list of top 5 restaurants in Abu Dhabi. The newly arrived Embassy is our pick for number 5. Savor their mouth-watering creations in a glamorous setting. At number 4 is Marrakesh, serving traditional Moroccan fare. Each dish is prepared with numerous ingredients, and the result is a colorful feast for all the senses. Hoi An is our pick for number 3. Modern Vietnamese cuisine is served in a setting reminiscent of the Indo-French colonial years. At number 2 is Bordeaux. Serving a French menu in a delightfully chic setting, this is a wonderful tribute to European cuisine. And what tops our list? Shang Palace is one of the more authentic places serving Chinese cuisine. The Orient has definitely found a foothold in this city.
Power generation and water desalination. That's the remit at Arabian Power Company. Our customers and stakeholders know they can rely on these key services from us. we own and operate the Al Nar Power and Desalination Project, the fourth and currently largest independent water power project in Abu Dhabi. Our partners and shareholders are drawn from all over the world, including Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Arabian Power Company, powering our way forward in Abu Dhabi.
Wait no more.
One of the first steps in privatizing traditionally government-led services is the liberalization of the telecommunications sector. After around 3 decades of monopoly, there are now 2 telecommunication operators in the country, Etisalat and Du.
The creation of Du happened under the umbrella of a progressive liberalization of the entire telecommunications sector. Of course, the regulatory authority of the telecommunication in the UAE is driving this entire process. It is true, though, that the unprecedented phenomena is that the entrance of a second player happened in one of the most penetrated markets in terms of telecommunication in the world.
Among the Arab states, the UAE has the highest penetration for fixed line, mobile, and internet, and now has the second largest telecommunications sector in the region.
What we are aiming at right now is to increase the penetration and the competitiveness of the broadband services. We think that the broadband is the future for the country and for Abu Dhabi in specific, with the new projects that's been built, with the existing infrastructure that we have, and I think we should aim to that.
Acknowledging that the telecommunications sector in the UAE is linked to the economic success of the country, the players in the sector are keen that the facilities available should be top-notch.
Telecommunication is becoming a driving engine for the development of a lot of sectors. If we speak about the development of the commerce sector, of the tourism sector, of the education sector, of the information sector, thus playing a role of a driving engine for the entire economic growth.
The telecommunication infrastructure is the backbone, and it's a key enabler for the other sectors like the tourism, the industry, and the rest, and the financial sector, and the rest of the sectors. In the UAE, or in specific in Abu Dhabi, we are aiming to have a world-class infrastructure.
With these further initiatives in liberalization, the telecommunications sector in the UAE is one to keep an eye on in the region.
This is the time for Abu Dhabi to develop the infrastructure for culture and art, and also to develop to be one of the capitals, the known capitals in the Gulf region.
I'm absolutely amazed. It's just so clean, so organized.
Everything is big, beautiful.
A very delightful place to be, with the surrounded by water, the ease of transport, less congested than Dubai.
The most funny thing will be all those buildings and all these real estate projects.
I'm promising people that in the coming 2 or 3 years, Abu Dhabi will be something very different.
It's fantastic. It's great.
Glittering.
So big.
Booming.
Huge.
Just what are the top 5 things to do in Abu Dhabi on a weekend? We've asked both local and foreign residents, and here is Asia Business Channel's list. Attending a concert makes it to number 5 on our list. From Arabic to Western music, there is something for every taste. Let your hair down after a stressful work week. Dancing the night away at a club is at number 4. At number 3 is a visit to the Falcon Hospital. Here, you can learn more about the heritage of falconry. A desert safari is our pick for number 2. Get up close and personal with the inhabitants. Then, feel your heart whoosh as you ride down the sand dunes. And what is the top thing to do on a weekend? Our number 1 pick is a trip to the oasis city of Al Ain. From rugged mountains to lush greenery, a day here offers a good break from big city living.
Sometimes life is made out of seconds. That's why with Do Pay by the Second, you pay only half a fils per second.
At an ancient crossing, a new vision of luxury and service has risen from the sands. Throughout all of Asia, Shangri-La is renowned for offering the finest hospitality in the world. Now, this same Shangri-La hospitality has arrived in Abu Dhabi. Blessed with inspiring views and luxurious guest rooms and suites. From business facilities, wireless broadband, and state-of-the-art banquet venues, to a dazzling range of restaurants and bars, as well as Chi, the spa at Shangri-La. The arrival of this magnificent hotel gives reason to pause, relax, and indulge. Find your perfect hotel. Find your Shangri-La at Qariat Al Berri, Abu Dhabi.
A destination for the discerning traveler, Abu Dhabi brings together old-world charm and cosmopolitan sophistication in a clean and safe environment. Abu Dhabi expects to attract 3 million tourists by 2015 and to increase its hotel rooms to 25,000. In view of this, the government is already investing heavily in the sector. One of the key developments is the construction of a new airport terminal to accommodate the expected arrivals.
The airport is a growth engine for the city. So we want to ensure in our designs and developments that we design it in a flexible way where it can allow us to grow increments as required without jeopardizing the operations in the future. That has been well defined, well planned in a thorough master plan document, and we are in the phase 1 of executing this master plan.
International players in the hospitality industry are also jumping on the bandwagon in anticipation of the boom in the tourist sector.
Abu Dhabi is the up-and-coming market, and the expansion of the airport and different projects which are happening in Abu Dhabi, and the tourist influx, and also obviously the business travelers. Abu Dhabi is in need of having another hotel, and we felt it's good for our group's expansion.
The Emirates' offering of year-round sunshine and the strong tradition of desert hospitality continues to welcome every visitor.
One thing about this part of the world is that the people who live here, the Emirati people, though they're very modern in their thinking and develop extremely modern cities and a modern infrastructure for their country, they've also kept very close to their heritage and to their culture, and they really do appreciate their culture and their heritage. And these kind of attractions is great for tourists coming in here.
At the Heritage Village, past crafts such as carpet weaving and sword making are all reenacted. Scenes of traditional village life have been recreated to give visitors a glimpse of what it was like. There is also a mini souk where tourists can purchase a local memento of their visit. A visit to the Abu Dhabi Falcon Hospital is a good way for tourists to learn more about the country's heritage. The small but comprehensive museum provides insight into this much-loved sport. At the functioning hospital, visitors are welcome to watch and learn more about the different species. A popular way to see the desert is an organized half-day desert safari. After a visit to a camel camp, there is a thrilling ride down the desert sand dunes. This is followed by dinner at a campsite, where the revelers are entertained by a belly dancer late into the night. With a strong foundation already in place, Abu Dhabi's position as a prime and safe location looks set to climb. And she will remain a popular choice for many investors and job seekers as the Emirate continues to strive towards sustainable development. Further, as the city's leaders point out, Abu Dhabi and Asia share ties that go back a long way.
We have very strong historical relationship with Asia in all areas, be economic, social, culture. So the ground is there, and it is very solid ground.
The location of Abu Dhabi, which is not far away from the Asian countries, and it is in the middle between East and West. I think also this will help that. Also the good security we have in Abu Dhabi, it should give more chances for them to come, and I would like to see them here as soon as possible.